Hi, I'm here to rank the K-pop Demon Hunters characters by how much I want to see them come back. And I feel like that's different than ranking my favorites. And Because I feel like certain characters can be really good, but there's a chance that I'm not in the biggest rush to see them come back. And like for my K-pop Demon Hunters character ranking, um, I have 8 characters to rank, and I do consider myself a fan of all of the K-pop Demon Hunters characters to a certain extent, and I'm not fully against any of them coming back, even though there are a few I feel some hesitations about. Number 8, the evil demon guy, the main villain of K-pop Demon Hunters. I think it was possible to build him up as a big villain that would be in the background for a while and then be the main villain of a last film or something like that. And I was actually expecting him to be Rumi's father, but after seeing the film 3 times, I don't think that's the case. Due to him being defeated, I don't think it makes a lot of sense for him to come back. Um, I feel like the big impact that he had on Gino was resolved, and I feel like his big threat to the world was resolved pretty well. So, personally, I don't think there's that much to be explored, but um, I could be surprised. There could be some more potential to explore with him as a villain, and he could still potentially be intimidating and menacing. But out of the prominent characters, I think he has the least amount of potential left to be explored. Um, so that's why he is in last place for this ranking, even though he's not in last place for my character ranking, because I do think he is a great villain for K-pop Demon Hunters, but I don't see too much potential for him for sequels. In seventh place is Gino, who is a really good character, um, and I feel like he's a character that could have been even higher on my character ranking, but I'm not the biggest fan of how his storyline ended. And because of that, because of his big fate towards the end of the film, I don't think it would make a lot of sense to bring him back. I do think there is more story potential if he were brought back than the demon villain, though, because of the big storyline between him and Rumi. And I feel like if Gino had a different fate at the climax of K-pop Demon Hunters, he would be much higher on this ranking, because I do think there is a lot of stuff that could have been explored with him, but due to what happens to him in the film, I don't think that bringing him back would be the best idea, but I'm not opposed to it. Number 6, the character that Rumi goes to for help with her voice, Daniel Day Kim voice character, who is a really fun character. And He has a pretty small role in K-pop Demon Hunters. And I do think that he could work well as a recurring comedy relief character, where I feel like he served the story pretty well in K-pop Demon Hunters. I feel like he was in it long enough to be helpful enough to the story and provide some good comedy relief without taking up too much screen time. And I would like to see him continue being that sort of character. And I also wonder if there's more nuance to him left to explore, because he seemed to be able to figure out Rumi and Zoe's personalities really well, despite not being that great at his job. It does make me wonder if he has some talent and skill. So I wonder if there's a little bit more to be explored with him. So would like to see him come back and get a slightly bigger role. I don't think he needs to be a main character or anything, but I'd like to see him show up at, as a supporting character. I think that would be fun. Number five, Bobby. Really likable supporting character in K-pop Demon Hunters, and due to him, I think being their manager, I think it would make a lot of sense to bring him back for future films. And I wonder if he is ever going to find out more about what the K-pop Demon Hunters do. Uh, he does seem like a pretty trustworthy guy, but I don't know if he's trustworthy enough to be able to have the full knowledge of what's going on. And he's a very nice character that's able to provide comedy relief, but also feel like a nice, caring person. And I feel like there's more to be explored with him, so I definitely want him to come back. Number four is Zoe, who is a character that did grow on me, because at first I wasn't a huge fan of Zoe, but I feel like there's more nuance to the character than I initially thought there was. I feel like she's more than just the excited character that is overly optimistic and cheerful. I feel like, due to her insecurities, I feel like there is some vulnerability to her and some story potential to be explored with her. So I would like to see her character get developed more. I think there's a lot more to be done with the character, so I definitely want her to come back. And because she's one of the big main characters, it wouldn't make a lot of sense if she didn't come back. Number three is Mira, who I definitely am a big fan of. Definitely want to see more of. I think she is great in K-pop Demon Hunters, and does have a really big role. But I definitely think there's more to be explored about her. Her backstory involving her family and her working past some insecurities of her own. A character that can be a little bit rude at times, but also be respectful and caring towards her friends. Where even though she has her rude moments, I don't think she's that rude of a person in general. I do think she, deep down, is a good person. And I feel like with her being suspicious of Rumi for a lot of the film, and now that being resolved, I do really wonder what Rumi and Mira's dynamic is, if they're closer than ever before, now can be more vulnerable around each other. And I would definitely like to see more interactions between them, and of course also with Zoe. I feel like there's a lot to be explored with their dynamic now that they're so open with each other on such a deep level. Number two is Celine, and I feel like that could be an unpopular opinion, but I love the writing for Celine. Is Celine the most likable character in the film? No, but is she one of the most fascinating characters in the film? I do think she is. I think that with her raising Rumi and being a bad influence on her, but seeming to genuinely care about her, I feel like she's a very multi layered character. And I am so curious about uh, what she's going to do now that Rumi has been more open than ever before, that she's in a better place than ever before. I wonder if Celine is going to open up or not. I wonder if she's going to be more sympathetic and understanding towards Rumi. I wonder if she is feeling more regret than ever, and I would like to see her try really hard to redeem herself, and not a thing where um, she has one little speech and then everything's good. I want to see like a big build up to it. I want to see her really work for it. I want to see her earn it. Because I don't think that she is an unsalvageable person. I don't think that it's impossible to redeem her. And I wonder if Rumi would be willing to give her a chance. And so I would really love to see a very complicated story between their dynamic. Because Celine, I feel like it's the closest thing Rumi had to a parent for a lot of her life, and I feel like there's a really great story about a misguided but well intentioned mother figure, and the girl that she raised. I feel like that could be a very great story. So I definitely want to see Celine come back and with a bigger role and more screen time. And number one, Rumi. Rumi is very much the main focus of K-pop Demon Hunters. A lot is explored with her. Great character development, great arc, so many great moments, a sense of humor, but a very responsible, mature character. Loves Rumi so much, and despite her being the main focus, I still feel like there's more to be done with her. I feel like Rumi is so great in K-pop Demon Hunters that I feel like even if she never came back in anything, I would still love her. I would still feel like she had a big, full arc. But I would definitely like to see more of what she's like now, her interactions with her friends, her interactions with Celine, and the various people in her life now that she has opened up so much. I definitely want to see how she is like without so many restrictions. And if there's still some big challenges because of her upbringing and her past, and if there's still more character development left to be done with the character, because I think there is. Rumi is still the character that I want to see come back the most, and that is how I feel about the K pop Demon Hunter characters.